Hi guys, I wanted to show you how to craft an amulet for Spectral Shield Throw, and this is what people are using. +1 all dex skill gems with physical damage as extra cold. We want the +1 because we're trying to get level 24 on Spectral Shield Throw. So we get level 21 from the gem itself, we get +2 from the chest corruption, and we get +1 on the amulet. And this is like the easiest way to get 24. And if we level up Spectral Shield Throw, every level we gain extra physical damage, and at 24 we get this. And also, whenever we reach level 24, this line gets scaled up. So we have better scaling of our shield, because instead of 6 to 8, it will go up. And every 15 armor evasion, we get more flat fizz on our build. And to start the craft, you want one amulet with +1 all dex skill gems. You can buy them, or you can also alteration spam them if you can't buy them for some reason. You're either in SSF or the market went up, the market price went up, but right now they're pretty cheap. And the only thing you need to make sure of is that you only have one hunter mod. For example, hunters, this is a hunter mod, and this one, hunters as well. And if it has of the hunt, like this is also an hunter mod. So for example, this one only has one hunter mod, so this will be safe to buy. And on the other base, you want tier 1 physical damage as extra cold. You can get this either on Shaper or on Redeemer. I recommend Redeemer, but if you have it on Shaper, it's fine as well. And also make sure that on this base, you only have one physical damage as extra cold. And also, we want one base to be a gate, so we can walk orb into the gate base, because the build needs intelligence and strength. So basically, you probably want to spam Frigid on a negate, Redeemer or Shaper. I think Redeemer is better because you can get a higher tier of pen, which is 8 to 10, while on Shaper you only get 4 to 7 penetration. If you get lucky and on the walk orb you get this, or you're like augment influence or like non-influence to influence or something, and you hit penetration, having a Redeemer has a higher chance of giving you something good, probably. So we want to start on Craft of Exile. You have your base that you just buy with +1 all dex, and the other base that is on a gate. You Frigid fossil spam. If you spam Frigid fossils, it's like it takes 14 on average. And once you have the fizz damage is extra cold, you get the other base, you export, generate export data, you copy, and you awaken orb, you paste it here, awaken, and now you have +1 all dex skill gems with +1 as extra cold. In this case, we have 6 affixes full, and you usually can't really do much about the last prefix. You're kind of stuck with it, and you can do something about the suffixes though. If you add an open, okay, if you want to start the craft and your suffixes are full, you can always go in reforge skip prefixes, and the suffixes will change. For example, here we got a good res. You could keep this, or if you want to do something about the prefix, I don't really recommend this because it's really expensive. Most people just walk orb the two prefixes together, and if they get something bad, they just sell it. There's so many for like 4 or 5x on the market. So if you want to do something about the prefix, let's say you bend suffixes, prefix no be changed, you remove all the suffixes, so now you have only 2 mods and a random mod here, 2 influence mods and 1 random mod. You can do non-type to type influence, non-influence to influence, and you can remove the prefix and get a random influence mod. This is always guaranteed. It will this is really expensive though. I don't know if you want to do it. I'd recommend just sticking with this mod that you just walk orbed into, and just focus on the suffixes instead. So we go back to this point where we had just our bad prefix and a random suffix. If you want to go for example, cream multi, like most people are doing, like here, you craft prefix can be changed, Reforge, crit or crit plus, either is fine. And this is not guaranteed to give you tier 1. It will give you a random tier of crit chance or crit multi, like this 34 crit chance or 29 crit chance. 34. Whenever you're happy with your tier of crit chance or crit multi, if you want to craft it further, but this might be a little bit expensive, you can, previous cannot be changed, and Isling, this will remove 50% of the times the previous cannot be changed, and 50% of the times we remove the multi. If you remove the multi, you need to do the step before again, so previous cannot be changed, reforge crit, and if it removes the previous cannot be changed, you get a free veil mod, and you can unveil, and you can get some let's see which mods we can get. I think we can get hybrid, we can get hybrid resists, we can get attributes. If you can get strength and int, it's good for the build. Any resist with chaos res is good as well. You can get attack and cast speed. You can get effect of non-damage elements, maybe. There's a bunch of things you can get. You can get minimum endurance charges or minimum power charges. That should be okay as well. There's nothing really crazy on the suffixes, but it's better than getting like random mods. You could also like just try to, instead of doing all of this, you can just try to exalt one suffix. Or if you want to go for the budget, let's say you were at this step when you just reforge key prefixes, you can just try reforging multiple times until you lead like 1 or 2 good mods like this, maybe cold dress and int, and then you just craft the last suffix on your bench. You can craft crit chance, you can craft attack and cast speed, or you can craft attributes if you want. Yeah, you have a lot of options on the suffixes, but it's gonna cost you either reforge key prefixes or previous cannot be changed and harvest rerolls, like we've seen before. Reforge crit, and then we do the Isling thing. Previous cannot be changed. Isling, this is a 50-50. Like in this case, we didn't get it. And it's a 50-50, as I showed before. And you unveil, and yeah. If you get something like strength and dex, the strength is nice. The dex is not really that useful. You can get reason as well. And yeah, you just craft the last mod. And you get a 5 mod amulet. The last prefix is not deterministic. Let's say you add the open prefix, right? You can try, if you have an open prefix, you can try to do previous cannot be changed and reforge life once. Maybe you get lucky and you get a good tier of life. But there is so many tiers of life on the prefixes. There's a leech, there is max life, and there's also life suffixes. So since we're not blocking the suffixes, it's really hard to actually get the prefix that we want, which is flat life. Other prefixes that you want to look for are penetration. Damage per frenzy is like one of the best mods. Penetration is one of the best mods. And in Hunter, you can also get Pierce, should be fine. Global penetration is fine. And movement speed is not that bad if you get it. And everything else as a prefix is not great. You can get elemental damage with attacks. If you get lucky on the walk orb, you can get that. And that's pretty much it. Maybe flat call to attacks might be okay, since you're scaling hatred, and flat physical to attacks might be okay because it's global. Thanks for watching, and thanks for everyone supporting the channel. If you want to see more content, I will be streaming on Twitch. I'll leave the link in the description below, and see you in the next video.